'tis now well nigh morning. No matter. Would it were perpetual night, and darkness, lord of the world. Hark! 'Tis a wolf. In me hath grief slain fear. But for one thing I care for nothing, and that's Palamon. I reck not if the wolves would draw me so he had this phial. What if I hallooed for him? I cannot halloa. If I whooped, what then? If he not answered, I should call a wolf and do him but that service. I have heard strange howls this livelong night. It may not be they have made prey of him. He has no weapons. He cannot run. The jingling of his gyves might call fell things who have in them a sense to know a man unarmed, and can smell where resistance is. Set it down, he's torn to pieces. They howled many together, and then they fed on him. So much for that. Bold to ring the bell. How stand I then? How's charred when he is gone? No, I lie. My father's to be hanged for his escape. Myself to beg if I prized life so much as to deny my act. But that I would not, should I try death by dozens. I am moped. Food took I none these 2 days. Sipped some water. I have not closed mine eyes, save when my lids scoured off their brine. Alas, resolve my life. Let not my sense unsettle, lest I should drown, or stab, or hang myself. State of nature, fail together in me since thy best crops are warped. So which way now? The best way is the next way to a grave. Each errant step aside is torment. Lo, the moon is down. The crickets chirp. The screech owl calls in the dawn. All offices are done, save what I fail in. But the point is this: an end. And that is all. I'm very cold. And all the stars are out too. Little stars and all that look like aglets. The sun has seen my folly. Palama? Alas, no. He's in heaven. Where am I now? Or I'll cut my green coat a foot above my knee, and I'll clip my yellow locks an inch below mine eye. Hey, nani, nani, nani. Is by me a white cut, or for to ride, and I'll go seek him through the world that is so wide. Hey, nani, nani, nani. Hold for a prick now like a nightingale, to put my breast against. I shall sleep like a top else.
on ye? And do you still cry, where and how and wherefore? Pro deum medius finius! Ye are all dunces! For why here stand I? Here the Duke comes. There are you, close in the thicket. The Duke appears. I meet him, and unto him I utter learned things. He hears and nods and hums, and then cries, "Rah!" And I go forward. At length, I fling my cap up. Mark there! Then do you break humbly out before him, like true lovers cast yourselves in a body decently, and sweetly, by a figure trace and turn, boys!
And sweetly we will do it, Master Gerald.
Draw up the company worst to Tabor.
Why, Timothy.
Here, my man, boys. Here ye.
But, I say, where's their women?
Here's little Lucy with the white legs and freckled nose that never failed her master.
Where be your ribbons, maids? Swim with your bodies, and carry it sweetly and deliberately. And now and then a favor and a frisk.
Oh, let us alone, sir.
Where's the Babylon? My friend, carry your tale without offense or scandal to the ladies. And be sure you tumble with audacity and manhood. And when you bark, do it with judgment.
Yes.
Quo osc tandem? Here is a woman wanting.
This is that scolding piece, that scurvy hilding that gave her promise faithfully. She would be here. Cicely, the seamster's daughter. The next gloves I give her shall be dogskin. Nay, and she failed me once. You can tell she swore by wine and bread she would not break.
An eel and woman, a learned poet says, unless by the tail and with thy teeth thou hold, will either fail. In manners this was false position.
What shall we determine, sir?
Nothing. Our business is become a nullity. Yea, and a woeful and a piteous nullity.
Now, when the credit of our town lay on it, now to be Brampo, now to piss and go thy ways, I'll remember the oil.
The Georgia Low came from the south, from the coast of Barbary. And there he met with brave gallants of war, by 1, by 2, by 3.
There's a dainty mad woman, master. Comes in the nick as mad as a March hare. If we can get her dance, we are made again. I warrant her she'll do the rarest gambles. A mad woman. We are made, boys.
And are you mad, good woman?
I would be sorry else. Give me your hand.
Why?
I can tell your fortune. Friend, you must eat no white bread. If you do, your teeth will bleed extremely. Shall we have a dance? I know you. Your teeth.
A tinker, damsel.
Or a conjurer. Raise me a devil now and let the play keep pulse of the bones and bones.
Go, take her and fluently persuade her to a peace. Et opus exegi, cod neck, ios ira neck ignis. Strike up and lead her in. Hey, boys, give me some medication and mark your cue.
This way to Stack Took.
Stay and edify.
What have we here?
Some country sport upon my life, sir.
Well, sir, go forward. We will edify. Ladies, sit down. We'll stand.
Now, doughty Duke, all hail! All hail, sweet lady.
This is a cold beginning.
If you would favor our country pastime, ladies. We are a few of those collected here that ruder tongues distinguish villager. And to say verity and not to fable, we are a merry rout, or else a rabble. And I, that am the rectifier of all, by title pedagogus, that I call, do here present this machine, or this frame, and dainty Duke, whose doughty dismal fame from dis to Daedalus, from post to pillar is blown abroad. Help me, thy poor well-willer, the body of our sport, of no small study. I first appear, rude and raw and muddy, to speak before thy noble grace this tenor, at whose great feet I offer up my penner. The next, the Lord of May and Lady Bright, the chambermaid and serving man by night, that seek out silent pain. Then mine host, and his fat spouse, that welcomes to their cost the gallant traveler, and with affecting forms the tapster to inflame the reckoning. Then the beast-eating clown. And next the fool, the Marion with long tail and deep, long tool. Come, Lotus Elias, and make a dance. Say I, and all shall presently advance.
Nay, nay, dear Domine, schoolmaster, I thank ye. One, see 'em all rewarded.
Woo! Here's something to paint your poe withal.
Now, to our sports again.
May the stag thou hunt stand long, and thy dogs be swift and strong. May they kill him without lets, and the ladies eat his two sets.
About this hour my cousin gave his faith to visit me again, and with him bring 2 good swords. If he fail, he is neither man nor soldier. When he left me, I did not think it possible a week could have restored my lost strength to me. I was grown so low and crestfallen with my wants. I thank thee, Arcite. Thou art yet a fair foe. And I feel myself with this refreshing able once again to outdoor danger. To delay it longer would make the world think, when comes to hearing, that I lay fatting like a swine to fight, and not a soldier. Therefore, this blessed morning shall be the last, and that sword he refuses, if it but hold, I'll kill him with. 'Tis justice. So love and fortune for me. Oh, good morrow.
Good morrow, fair cousin.
I have put you to too much pains, sir.
That too much, fair cuz, is but a debt to duty and my honor.
Would you were so in all, sir. I could find ye as kind a kinsman as you force me find a beneficial foe.
No more anger, as you love anything that's honorable. We were not made to talk, man. When we are armed, and both upon our gods, then let our fury, like meeting of 2 tides, fly strongly from us, and then to whom the birthright of this beauty truly pertains.
Arcite, thou art so brave an enemy, no man but thy cousin's fit to kill thee. I am well and lusty. Choose your arms.
Choose you, sir.
Wilt thou exceed in all, or dost thou do it to make me spare thee?
Oh, if you think so, you are mistaken. For as I am a soldier, I will not spare you.
That's well said.
You'll find it
Then, as I am an honest man and love with all the justice of affection, I'll pay thee soundly. This I'll take.
That's mine then.
Here's one. If it but hold, I ask no more for all my hopes. My cause and honor guard me.
And me, my love. Is there aught else to say?
Only this, and nothing more. Thou art mine aunt's son, and that blood we desire to shed is mutual. In me thine, and in thee mine. My sword is in my hand, and if thou kill'st me, the gods and I forgive thee. Fight bravely, cousin. Give me thy noble hand.
Dear Paladin, this hand nevermore shall come near thee in such friendship.
Commend thee.
Farewell, Paladin.
Farewell, our saint.
Lo, cousin, lo! Our folly has undone us!
Why?
This is the Duke a-hunting, as I told you. If we be found, we are wretched.
No, no, cousin, I will be no more hidden, nor put off this great adventure to a second trial. I know your cunning, and I know your cause. He that faints now, shame take him. Put thyself upon thy present guard.
You are not mad?
Or else I shall make the advantage of this hour mine own, and what's to come shall threaten me, I fear less than my fortune. No, weak cousin, I love Amelia, and in that I'll bury thee, and all crosses else.
Come what can come, thou shalt know, Paladin, I dare as well die as discourse or sleep. Only this fears me. The law shall have the honor of our ends. Have at thy life.
Look to thine own well, our sight.
What ignorant and mad malicious traitors are you? Against the tenor of my laws are making battle, thus like knights appointed without my leave and officers of arms. By Castor, both shall die.
Hold thy word, Theseus. We are certainly both traitors, both despisers of thee and of thy goodness. I am Palamon, that cannot love thee. He that broke thy prison, think well what that deserves. And this is Arcite. A bolder traitor never trod thy ground. A falser never seemed friend. This is the man was begged and banished. This is he contemns thee, and against thy edict follows thy sister, that fortunate bright star, the fair Amelia, whose servant, if there be a right in seeing and first bequeathing of the soul too, justly I am, and what's worse, dares think her his. This treachery, like a most trusty lover, I called him now to answer. If thou be, as thou art spoken, great and virtuous, the true decider of all injuries, say, fight again, and you shall see me, Theseus, do such a justice thou thyself wilt envy. Then take my life. I woo thee to it.
Heaven, what more than men is this?
I have sworn.
We seek not thy breath of mercy, Theseus. 'Tis to me a thing as soon to die as thee to say it, and no more move. For this man calls me traitor, let me say thus much. If in love be treason, in service of so excellent a beauty as I love most, as I have brought myself here to confirm it, as I have served her, truest, worthiest, as I dare kill this cousin that denies it, so let me be most traitor, and ye please me. For scorning thy edict, Duke? Ask that lady why she is fair, and why her eyes command me stay here to love her. If she say traitor, I am a villain fit to lie unburied.
Thou shalt have pity of us both, O Theseus, if unto neither thou show mercy. Let's die together, at one instant do. Only a little let him fall before, that I might tell my soul he shall not have her.
I grant your wish. For to say true, your cousin has 10 times more offended. For I gave him more mercy than you found, sir, your fences being no more than his. None here speak for him, for ere the sun set, both shall sleep forever.
Alas, the pity. Now or never, sister. Speak, not to be denied. That face of yours will bear the curses else of after ages for these lost cousins.
In my face, dear sister, I find no anger to 'em, nor no ruin. A misadventure of their own eyes kill 'em. Yet that I'll be woman and have pity, my knees shall grow to the ground, but I'll get mercy. Help me, dear sister, in a deed so virtuous, the powers of all women will be with us. Most royal brother,
Sir, by our tie of marriage,
by your own spotless honor,
by that faith, that fair hand, and that honest heart you gave me,
by that you would have pity in another, by your own virtues infinite,
by valor, by all the chaste knights I
These
ever
are
pleased.
strange conjurings.
Nay, then all in too.
You make my faith real. Say I felt compassion to him. How would you place it?
upon their lives, but with their banishments.
You are a right woman, sister. You have pity, but want the understanding where to use it. If you desire their lives, invent a way safer than banishment. Can these two live and have the agony of love about them and not kill one another? Every day they fight about you, hourly bring your honor in public question with their swords. Be wise then, and here forget them. It concerns your credit and my oath equally. I've said they die. Better they fall by the law than one another. Thou not my honor.
Oh, my noble brother, I have another oath against yours, of more authority. I am sure more love, not made in passion neither, but good heed.
What is, sister?
Urgent home, brave lady.
That you would ne'er deny me anything fit my modest suit and your free granting. I tie you to your word now. If ye fail in it, think how you maim your honor. Oh, Duke Theseus, the goodly mothers that have ever groaned for these, and all the longing maids that have ever loved, if your vow stand, shall curse me and my beauty, and in their funeral songs for these two cousins despise my cruelty and cry woe with me till I am nothing but the scorn of women. For heaven's sake, save their lives and banish them.
On what conditions?
Swear never more to make either contention or to know me, to tread upon thy dukedom, and to be, wherever they shall travel, ever strangers to one another.
I shall be cut to pieces before I take this oath. Forget I love her? Oh, all ye gods despise me then.
Will you, our side, take these conditions?
He's a villain then.
These are men.
No, never, Duke. 'Tis worse to me than begging to take my life so basely. Though I think I never shall enjoy her, yet I'll preserve the honor of affection and die for her.
What may be done? For now I feel compassion.
Let him not fall again, sir.
Say, Amelia, if one of them were dead, as one must, are you content to take the other to your husband? They cannot both enjoy you. These are princes as goodly as your own eyes, and as noble as ever fame yet spoke of. Look upon them, and if you can love, end this difference. I give consent. Are you content too, princes?
With all our souls.
He that she refuses must die then.
If I fall from that mount, I fall with favor
and lovers yet unborn shall bless my ashes. If she refuse me, then yet my grave will wed me, and soldiers sing my epitaph.
Make choice then.
I cannot, sir. They are both too excellent. For me, a hair shall never fall of these men.
What will become of them?
Thus I ordain it, and by mine honor, once again it stands, or both shall die. You shall both to your country, and each within this month, accompanied with 3 fair knights, appear again in this place, in which I'll plant a pyramid. And whether before us that are here can force his cousin by fair and knightly strength to touch the pillar, he shall have her. The other lose his head, and all his friends, nor shall he grudge to fall, nor think he dies with any interest in this lady. Will this content you?
Yes. Here, cousin Arcite, I am friends again till that hour. I embrace you.
Are you content too, sister?
Yes. I must, sir, else both miscarry.
Come. Shake hands again, then. And take heed as you are gentlemen, this quarrel sleep till the hour prefixed, and hold your course.
We dare not fail thee, Theseus.
Come. I'll give ye now usage like to princes and to friends. When ye return, who wins, I'll settle here. Who loses, yet I'll weep upon his bier.
Oh, hear you no more? Was nothing said of me concerning the escape of Palamon? Good friend, remember.
Nothing that I heard, for I came home before the business was fully ended. Yet I might perceive ere I departed a great likelihood of both their pardons. For Hippolyta and fair-eyed Emily upon their knees begged such a handsome pity that the Duke methought stood staggering whether he should follow his rash oath or the sweet compassion of those 2 ladies. And to second them, that truly noble Prince Pyratus hath his own heart set in too. But I hope all shall be well.
Oh.
Neither heard I one question of your name or his escape.
Oh, pray heaven it hold so.
Be of good comfort, man. I bring you news. Good news.
Well, they are welcome.
Palamon has cleared you
Oh.
and got your pardon and discovered how and by whose means he escaped,
Oh.
which was your daughter's, whose pardon is also procured. And the prisoner, not to be held ungrateful to his kindness, had given a sum of money to her marriage, a large one, I'll assure you.
Oh, you are a good friend and ever bring good news. Oh.
How was it ended?
Well, as it should be. They that never begged, but they that prevailed have had their suits fairly granted. The prisoners have their
I knew it
lives.
would be so.
But there be new conditions, of which you'll hear at better time.
Well, I hope they be good.
They are honorable. How good they'll prove, I know not.
'Twill be known.
Alas, sir, where's your daughter?
But why do you ask?
Oh, sir, when did you see her?
Well, this morning.
How he looks.
Was she well? Was she in health, sir? When did she sleep?
These are strange questions.
I do not think she was very well. For now you make me mind her. This very morning she did answer questions from me so far from herself, so unlike her, so sillily, so foolishly, like an innocent or a child, that I was very angry with her. But why do you ask, sir?
Nothing but my pity. But you must know it, and as good by me as by another that less loves her.
Well, sir?
Not right?
Not well.
No, sir, not well. 'Tis too true, she is mad.
Oh, it cannot be.
Believe you'll find it so.
I half suspected what you say. This was either her love for Palamon, or fear of mine is carrying on his escape, or both.
'Tis likely.
Well, why this haste then, sir?
I'll tell you quickly. As late I was angling in the great lake that lies behind the palace, I heard a voice, a shrill one, and attentive, gave my ear. When well I might perceive, 'twas one that sung, and by the smallness of it, a boy or woman. I came near, but yet perceived not who made the sound. The rushes and the reeds had so encompassed it. I laid me down and listened to the words she sung, for then I saw it was your daughter.
Oh, go on, sir.
She sung much, but no sense. Only I heard her repeat this often. Palamon is gone to the wood to gather mulberries. I'll find him out tomorrow.
Pretty soul.
His shackles will betray him. He be taken, and what shall I do then? And then she talked of you, sir, that you must lose your head tomorrow morning, and she must gather flowers to bury you and see the house made handsome. Then she sung nothing but willow, willow, willow. And between ever was Palamon, fair Palamon. The place was knee-deep where she sat. Her careless tresses a ring of bulrush rounded. Rings she made of rushes that grew nearby, and to him spoke the prettiest posies. This our true love's tide. This must you lose, not me, and many a one. Then she wept and sung again and sighed, and with the same breath smiled and kissed her hand.
Alas, what a pity it is.
I made into her. She was ware of me, and straight sought the flood. I saved her, and sent her safe to land. When presently she slipped away from me and to the city made with such a cry and swiftness that, believe me, she left me far behind her. 3 or 4 I saw from far across her. One of them I knew to be your brother, where she stayed and fell, scarce to be got away. I left them with her and came hither to tell you. Here they are!
Is not this a fine song?
Oh, a very fine one.
I can sing 20 more.
I think you can.
Yes, truly can I. I can sing The Broom and Bonnie Robin. Are not you a tailor?
Yes.
Where's my wedding gown?
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Do. Very rarely. I must be abroad else to call the maids and pay the minstrels. For I must lose my maidenhead by cocklight. She'll never thrive else.
You must e'en take it patiently.
'Tis true.
Good e'en, good men. Pray, did you ever hear of one young Palamon?
Oh, yes, wench, we know him.
It's not a fine young gentleman.
Oh, 'tis true.
By no means crosser. She is then distempered far worse than now she shows.
Yes, he's a fine man.
Oh, is he so? You have a sister?
Yes.
Oh, but she shall never have him. Tell her so, for a trick that I know. You must look to her. For if she see him once, she's gone. She's done and undone in an hour. All the young maids of our town are in love with him. But I laugh at him and let him all alone. Is not a wise course?
Yes.
There is at least 200 now with child by him.
This is strange.
As ever you heard, say nothing.
Oh, no.
They come from all parts of the dukedom to him. I'll warrant me, he had not so few last night as 20 to dispatch. He'll tickle it up in 2 hours if his hand be in.
She is lost. Beyond all hope.
Heaven forbid, man!
Come hither. You are a wise man.
Does she know him?
No, which she did.
You are master of a ship.
Yes.
Where's your compass?
Here?
Set it to the north, and now direct your course to wood, where Palamon lies longing for you. For the technic, let me alone. Come, weigh my heart's cheerly all. Come up. Tis up, the wind's fair. Tuck the bowline, out with the mainsail. Where's your whistle, master?
Let's get her in.
Yes, to the top, boys.
Where's the pilot?
Here,
Oh.
what canst thou?
Oh, fair wood!
Wherefore it, master,
Oh.
turn about.
Yet I may bind those wounds up that must open and bleed to death for my sake else. I will choose and end their strife. Their mothers shall never curse my cruelty or the cold ashes of their sons. Good heaven, what a sweet face has our sight. If wise nature were here, a mortal woman, doubtless she would run mad for this man. Of what a fiery sparkle and quick sweetness has this young prince. Palamon is but his foil. A still temper, no alacrity, not a smile. Yet he's becoming. Narcissus was a sad boy. I am a fool. My reason is lost in me. I have no choice. And I have lied so lewdly that women ought to beat me. On my knees, I ask thy pity. My virgin's faith has fled me. For if my brother had even now but asked me whether I love, I had run mad for our sight. Now my sister, more for Palamon. Now stand both together. Ask me, dear brother. Alas, I know not. Now again, sweet sister, I may go look. What a mere child is fancy that having two fair gods of equal sweetness cannot distinguish but must cry for both. How now, lady?
From the noble duke, your brother, madam, I bring you news. The knights are come.
To end the quarrel?
Yes.
Would I might end first.
Bring him in, quickly, by any means. I long to see him. Your two contending lovers are returned, and with them their fair knights. Now, my fair sister, you must love one of them.
I had rather both, so neither for my sake should fall untimely.
Who saw him?
I a while.
And I.
From whence come you, sir?
From the knights, sir.
Pray speak, you that have seen them, what they are.
I will, sir, and truly what I think. 6 braver spirits I never saw nor read of. They are all stern and yet noble. The circles of their eyes show fire within them. Their shoulders are broad, with arms lined with strong sinews. They are sharp to spy advantages, and when they find them, they are swift to seize them. One wears an axe, and all with swords at their thighs to seal the fate of their enemies. To these fair knights their cause be yours.
Must these men die too?
They are all sons of honor.
Now, as I have a soul, I long to see them. Lady, you shall see men fighting.
I wish it, but not the cause, my lord. They would show bravely about the titles of 2 kingdoms. 'Tis pity love should be so tyrannous. Oh, soft-hearted sister, what think you? Weep not till they weep blood. Wench, it must be.
You have steeled them with your beauty. Honored friend, to you I give the field. Pray, order it fitting the persons that must use it.
Yes, sir.
Come, I'll go visit them. I cannot stay. Their fame inspired me so till they appear. Good friend, be royal.
I shall want no honor.
Poor wench, go weep. For whoever wins loses a cousin for thy sins.
Her distraction is more at some time of the moon than at other some, is it not?
No, she is continually in a harmless distemper. Sleeps little, absolutely without appetite, say, drinking often. Dreams she of a different world and a better. And whatever broken piece of matter soever her mind's about, the name Palamon lords upon it, that she forces it to every business, lets it to every question. So, regard, she comes, you shall perceive her behavior for yourself.
I have forgotten quite. For in the next world will die to see Palamon. And then will she be out of love with Aeneas.
What stuff's here, poor
Yes,
soul?
enough, all day long.
Now for this charm that I told you of. You must bring a piece of silver to the tip of your tongue, or no fairy. Then if it be your chance to come where the blessed spirits are, there's a sight now. We maids that have our livers perished, cracked to pieces with love, we shall do nothing but pick flowers all day long with Proserpine. And then shall I make Palamon a nosegay? Then let him mark me.
How prettily she's amiss. Note her a little further.
Alas, 'tis a sore life they have at the other place. Such burning, frying, boiling, hissing, howling, chattering, cursing, oh, they have shrewd measure. Take heed, if one be mad, or hang, or drown themselves, thither they go, Jupiter bless us, and there shall we be put in a cauldron full of lead and usurer's grease, and there boil like a gammon of bacon that will never be enough.
How her brain coins.
Lords and courtiers that have got maids with child, they are in this place, and there they shall stand in fire up to the navel and in ice up to the heart, and there the offending part burns and the deceiving part freezes. In troth, a very grievous punishment, as one would think for such a trifle.
How she continues this fancy. 'Tis not an engrafted madness, but a most thick and profound melancholy.
To hear there a proud lady and a proud city wife howl together, I were a beast and I'd call it good sport. One cries, oh, this smoke, another this fire. One cries, all that ever I did it behind the arras, and then howls. One curses a suing fellow and her garden house. I will be true, my stars, my faith.
What think you of her?
I think she has a perturbed mind which I cannot minister to.
Oh, alas. What then?
Understand you, she ever affected any man ere she beheld Palamon?
I had, sir, at one time been of good hope that she had fixed her liking on this gentleman, my friend.
I did think so too. In what account I had a great pen worth on, to give half my state, that at this present both she and I stood unfeignedly on the same terms.
That intemperate surfeit of her eye hath distempered the other senses. This you must do. Confine her to a place where the light may rather seem to steal in than be permitted. Take upon you, young sir, her friend, the name of Palamon. Say you come to eat with her and to commune of love. This will catch her attention, or this her mind beats upon. Other objects that are inserted between her mind and eye become the pranks and friskings of her madness. Sing to her such green songs of love as she says Palamon hath sung in prison. All this shall become Palamon, for Palamon can sing, and Palamon is sweet in every good thing. Desire to eat with her, carve her, drink to her, and still among intermingle your petition of grace and acceptance into her favor. It is a falsehood she is in, which is with falsehood to be combated. This may bring her to sleep, to eat, and reduce what's now out of square in her into their former law and regiment. I have seen it approved. How many times I know not, but to make the number more, I have great hope of this. I will, between the passages of this project, come in with my appliance. Let us put it in execution and hasten the success, which doubt not will bring forth comfort.
Now, let them enter, and before the gods tender their holy prayers. Let the temples burn bright with sacred fire, and the altars in hallowed clouds commend their swelling incense to those above us. Let no dew be wanting. They have a noble work in hand, will honor the very powers that love them.
Sir, they enter.
Be valiant and strong-hearted. hearted enemies, you royal German foes that this day come to blow that nearness out that flames between you. Lay by your anger for an hour, and dove-like, before the holy altars of your helpers, the all-feared gods, bow down your stubborn bodies. Your ire is more than mortal, so your help be. And as the gods regard ye, fight with justice. I'll leave you to your prayers. Betwixt ye I part my wishes.
Honor crown the worthiest. The glass is running now that cannot finish till one of us expire.
Time and labor to push your name, your ancient love, our kindred out of my memory, and in the self-same place to seek something I would confound.
You speak well. Before I turn, let me embrace you, cousin. This I shall never do again.
One farewell.
Why, let it be so. Farewell, cuz.
Farewell, sir. Knights, kinsmen, lovers, yea, my sacrifices, true worshippers of Mars. You know my prize must be dragged out of blood. Force and great feet must put the garland on me where she sticks the queen of flowers. Great Mars, oh great corrector of enormous times that heals with blood the earth and cures the world of the pleurisy of people. May you take thy signs auspiciously, and in thy name to my designs march boldly. Let us go.
Glister with new fire, or be today extinct. To the goddess Venus commend we our proceeding, and implore her power to our part. Take to thy grace me, thy vowed soldier, and give me the victory of this question, which is true love's merit. I give thee thanks. Let us rise and bow before the goddess. Time comes on.
O sacred, shadowy, cold, and constant queen, I hear thy priest am humbled for thine altar. Lend thine ear to my petition. Out of two, I should choose one and pray for his success. But I am guiltless of election. Of mine eyes were I to lose one. They are equal precious, I could do neither. Therefore, most modest queen, he of the two pretenders that best loves me and has the truest title in it, let him take off my wheaten garland. Or else grant the file and quality I hold, I may continue in thy band. But one tree. O mistress, if well inspired, this battle shall confound both brave knights, and I, a lone tree, shall grow unplucked. The tree is barren. Oh, mistress. Thou here dischargest me. I must be gathered. I hope she is pleased. Her signs were gracious.
Advice I told you done any good upon her?
Oh, very well, sir. The maids that have kept her company have half persuaded her that I am Palamon. Within this last half hour, she came smiling to me and asked me what I would eat and when I would kiss her. I told her presently and kissed her twice.
It was well done. 20 times had been far better, for there the cure lies mainly.
Then she told me she would watch with me tonight, for well she knew what hour my fit would take me.
Let her do so, and when your fit comes, fit her home, and presently.
She would have me sing.
You did so?
No.
'Twas very ill done then. You should observe her every way.
Alas, I have no voice, sir, to confirm her that way.
That's all one if you make a noise. If she entreat again, do anything. Lie with her if she asks you.
Oh there, doctor!
Yes, in the way of cure.
Well, but first, by your leave, in the way of honesty.
That's but a niceness. Ne'er cast your child away for honesty. Cure her first this way. Then, if she will be honest, she has the path before her.
Thank you, doctor.
Pray, bring her in and let's see how she is.
I will, and tell her her Palamon stays for her. But, doctor, methinks you are still in the wrong.
Go, go. You fathers are fine fools for honesty. And we should give her physic till we find that.
Do you think she is not honest, sir?
How old is she?
She's 18.
She may be. But that's all one. 'Tis nothing to our purpose. If you perceive her mood inclining the way that I spoke of, bid illicit, the way of flesh. You have me? To please her appetite. And do it home. It cures her. Ipso facto, the melancholy humor that infects her.
I am of your mind, doctor.
You'll find it so. She comes. Come, pray, humor her.
Come, your loved Palamon waits for you, child, and has this long hour to visit you.
He is a kind gentleman, and I thank him for his gentle patience. I am much bound to him. Did you never see the horse he gave me?
Yes,
How do you like him?
he's a very fair one.
You never saw him dance.
No.
I have often. He dances very finely, very comely, and for a jig come cut and long tail to him, he turns you like a top.
Oh, that's very fine indeed. Does he read and write, too?
A very fair hand, and casts himself the account of all his hay and provender. That ostler must rise betime that cousins him. You know the chestnut mare the Duke has?
Oh, very well.
She is horribly in love with him, poor beast, but he is like his master, coy and scornful.
What dowry has she?
Some 200 bottles and 20 striker votes, but he'll ne'er have her. He lisps and neighing able to entice a miller's mare. He'll be the death of her.
What stuff she utters.
Come, curtsy, your love waits for you.
Pretty soul, how do you eat? There's a fine maid. There's a curtsy.
Yours to command in way of honesty. How far is now to the end of the world, my masters?
Why, a day's journey, wench.
Will you go with me?
What shall we do there, wench?
Say it's stool ball. What is there else to do?
I am content if we may keep our wedding there.
It's true. For there I will assure you we shall find some blind priest for the purpose that will venture for to marry us. For here they are nice and foolish. Besides, my father's to be hanged tomorrow, and that would be a blot in the business. Are not you Palamon?
Do not you know me?
Yes, but you care not for me. I have nothing but this poor petticoat and 2 coarse smocks.
That's all one. I will have you.
Will you surely?
Yes, by this fair hand will I.
Well, to bed then.
Even when you will.
Oh, sir, you would fain be nibbling.
Why do you rub my kiss off?
This is a sweet one, and will perfume me finely against the wedding. Is not this your cousin Arcite?
Yes, sweetheart. And I am glad my cousin Palamon has made so fair a choice.
Do you think he'll have me?
Yes, without doubt.
Do you think so too?
Yes.
We shall have men and children.
Jailer, what do you hear? You'll lose the noblest sight that e'er was seen.
Oh, are they in the field?
They are. You bear a charge there, too.
I away strike. I must then leave you here.
Nay, we'll go with you. I will not lose the fight.
What think you of her?
I'll warn you, within these 3 or 4 days, I'll make her right again. You must not wrong her, but still preserve her in this way.
I will.
Let's get her in.
Come, sweet, we'll to dinner, and then we'll play at cards.
And shall we kiss too?
100 times.
And 20.
Aye. And 20.
And then we'll sleep together.
Take her off her.
Yes, marry will we.
But you shall not hurt me.
I will not, sweet.
If you do, love, I'll cry.
Oh.
I'll no such brother.
Will you lose the sight?
I had rather see a red hawk and a fly than this decision. It is enough my hearing shall be punished with what shall happen, hence the which there is no deafing. But to hear, not taint mine eye with dread sights it may shun.
Sir, my good lord, your sister will no further.
Oh, she must. She shall see deeds of honor in their kind. You are the victor's meed, the price and garland to crown the question's title. You must be there. This trial is as 'twere in the night, and you the only star to shine.
I am extinct. There is but envy in that light which shows the one the other. Darkness, whichever was the dam of horn, whose dew stain a curse of many mortal millions, and even now, by casting her black mantle over both, so that neither could find other, get herself some part of a goodly name, and many a murder set off whereto she's guilty.
You must go.
In faith, I will not.
Why the knights must kindle their valor at your eye. No, of this war, you are the treasure, and must needs be by to give the service pay.
Sir, pardon me. The title of a kingdom may be tried out of itself.
Well, well then, at your pleasure. Those that remain with you could wish their office to any of their enemies.
Farewell, sister. I am like to know your husband for yourself by some small start of time. Equal the gods, do of the two no best, I pray them. He be made your lot.
Arcite is gently visaged, yet his eye is like an engine bent or a sharp weapon in a soft sheath. Mercy and manly courage are bedfellows in his visage. Palamon has a most menacing aspect. His brow is grave and seems to bury what it frowns upon. Yet sometimes is not so, but seems to alter to the quality of his thoughts. Melancholy becomes him nobly. So does Arcite's mirth, but Palamon's sadness is a kind of mirth, so mingled as if mirth did make him sad and sadness merry. Palamon's force his spirit to incite the princess to reproof. If I would by I might do hurt, but they would glance their eyes toward my seat, and in that motion might commit a ward or forfeit an offense which craved that very time. It is much better I am not there. Oh, better never born than minister to such harm. What is the chance?
To cry so Palamon.
And he has won? Who's ever like him? He looked all grace and success, and he is doubtless the primest of men. I prithee run and tell me how it goes.
Still Palamon.
Run and inquire. Poor servant, thou hast lost. This burst of clamor, sure the end of the combat.
They say that Palamon had Arcite's body within an inch of the pyramid, that the crime was general of Palamon, but none. The assistants made a brave redemption, and the the two bold titlers at this instant are hand to hand in it.
Were they metamorphosed both into one? Oh, why? There were no woman worth so composed a man. Their single share, their nobleness peculiar to them, gives prejudice of disparity, value, shortness to any lady breathing. More exulting. Palamon still?
Nay, now the sound is our side.
I put in patience to the clock. Set both thine ears to the business.
The cry is our side. And victory. Hark, our side, victory. The combat's consummation is proclaimed by the wind instruments.
They are coming off. Oh, poor Palamon.
Where our sister is in expectation, yet quaking and unsettled. Fair astounding. The gods by their divine arbitrament have given you this knight. He is a good one, as ever struck ahead. Give me your hands. Receive you her, you him. Be plighted with a love that grows as you decay.
Emily, to buy you, I have lost what's dearest to me, save what is bought. And yet I purchase cheaply as I do rate your value.
A loved sister, he speaks now as a brave a knight as e'er did spur a noble steed. Wear the garland with joy that you have won. For the subdued, give them our present justice, since I know their lives but pinch 'em. Let it here be done, the scene's not for our scene. Bear we hence, right joyful, with some sorrow. Arm your prize, I know you will not lose her. Hippolyta, I see one eye of yours conceives of a tear, the which it will deliver.
Is this winning? Oh, all you heavenly powers, where is your mercy? That your wills have said it must be so, and charge me live to comfort this unfriended, this miserable knight who cuts a life away from him more worthy than any woman breathing. I should and would die too.
Infinite pity, that for such eyes should be so fixed on one that too must needs be blind for it.
So it is.
Dear kinsmen, whose lives for this poor comfort are laid down, you have sold them too cheap.
What ending could be of more content? Over us the victors have fortune, whose title is as momentary as to us death is certain. A grain of honor they not o'erweigh us.
Let us bid farewell, and with our patience angering tottering fortune let her certain disgreet us.
Come, who begins?
He that led you to this banquet shall taste to you all. Ah, my friend, your gentle daughter gave me freedom once. You'll see it done now forever. Pray, how does she? I had heard she was not well. Her kind of ill gave me some sorrow.
Sir, she is well restored, and to be married soon.
By my short life, I'm most glad on't. 'Tis the latest thing I shall be glad of. Pray, tell her so. Commend me to her, and to peace her portion, tender her this.
Nay, let's be off for resolve.
Is it a maid?
Verily, I think so. A right good creature. More to me deserving than I can quit or speak of.
Commend us to her.
Oh, the gods requite you all. Make her thankful.
For you. And now let my life be as short as my leave taking.
Lead, courageous cousin.
We will follow cheerfully.
Hold, executioner! Hold, I say!
The curse has been made if you have done so quickly. Noble Palamon, the gods will show their glory in the life that thou art yet to lead.
How can this be when Venus, as I have said, is false? How do things fare?
Arise, great sir, and give thy tidings ear that are most dearly sweet and bitter.
What hath waked us from our dream?
Listen, your cousin, mounted upon a steed that Emily did first bestow on him, a black one, only not a hair worth of white, trotting the stones of Athens, the hot horse, hot as fire, forgets school doing. Head like he cries, seeks all foul means of boisterous and rough jadery to deceit his lord, that kept it bravely. When not served, when neither curb would crack, girth would break, nor differing plunges disroot his rider, whence he grew but that he kept it tween his legs, on Indy stands that our side's legs, being higher than his head, seemed with strange art to hang. Even then the victor's wreath comes off his head, and presently backward the jape comes over, and his full poise becomes the rider's load. Yet is he living. But such a vessel 'tis that floats before the surge that next approaches. He much desires to have some speech with you. Lo, he appears.
Miserable end of our alliance. The gods are mighty. Our sight, if thy worthy, manly heart be yet unbroken, give me thy last words. I am Palamon, one that yet loves thee dying.
Take Emilia, and with her all the world's joy. Reach the hand. I have told my last hour. Farewell. I was false, yet never treacherous. Forgive me, cousin. One kiss from fair Emilia. It is done. Take her. I die.
Brave soul, seek Elysium.
I'll close thine eyes, Prince. Blessed souls be with thee. Thou wert a right good man. And while I live, this day I give to tears.
And I to honor.
In this place first he fought. E'en very here are sundered. Acknowledge to the gods our thanks that you are living. His part is played. Though it were too short, he played it well. Your day is lengthened. This blissful dew of heaven does arouse you. The powerful Venus well hath graced her altar and given you your love. Our master Mars hath vouched his oracle unto our sight, gave the grace of the contention. So the deities have showed due justice. Bear this hence.
Cousin, that we should things desire that cost us the loss of our desire. That not should buy dear love, but loss of dear love.
Never did fortune play a subtler game. The conquered triumphs, the victor has the loss. Yet in the passage the gods have been most equal. Palamon, your kinsman hath confessed the right of the lady did lie in you, for you first saw her, and even then proclaimed your fancy. You restored her as your stolen jewel, and desired your spirit to send him hence forgiven. The gods my justice take from my hands, and they themselves become the executioners. Lead your lady off. And call your lovers from the stage of death, whom I adopt my friends. A day or two, let us look sadly and give grace into the funeral of our sight, whose end the visages of bridegrooms will put on and smile with Palamon. For whom an hour? But 1 hour since, I was as dearly sorry as glad of our sight, and am now as glad as for him sorry. Oh, you heavenly charmers, what things you make of us. For what we lack, we laugh. For what we have, are sorry. We still are children in some kind. Let us be thankful for that which is, and with you leave dispute that are above our question. Let's go off, and bear us like the time.